The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you, transcribed by the Kraft Foods Company. 20 years ago, the Kraft Foods Company introduced a wonderful new salad dressing, a superbly smooth, delicious-tasting salad dressing called Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip was so remarkably good that it soon became the most popular salad dressing ever created. Now Miracle Whip outsells the next 20 leading brands of salad dressing combined, and good cooks everywhere depend on it to make their salads better tasting. To bring out the best in your salads, use the one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing. Now, let's look in on the Great Gildersleeve. It's about 9 o'clock of a Saturday morning, and we find our portly water commissioner standing before the mirror in his room, applying the finishing touches to his attire for the day. As he carefully ties his tie, he appraises the reflection of himself and finds it...
Yes.
Well, not bad.
No, sir, not bad at all. Gildersleeve, you're a lot of man. You're a little heavy, maybe, but I'm not fat. Just ample. After all, what woman likes a man skimpy? Hey, like him full figured. Like me. You bet. Yeah, I'd like to know how you tie one of these darn bow ties. Mine always ends up looking like a four-bladed windmill.
Gildersleeve!
What is it, Bertie?
You dressed?
Yes.
I brought up the Panama hat. You mentioned last night you wanted to wear it today.
Oh, fine. Thanks, Bertie. Say, looks nice.
I used salt and lemon juice on it. Took out them watermelon spots you picked up at the 4th of July picnic.
Right, George, it still fits, too. How do I look?
Oh, you look nice. In them white duck pants, that blue and white blazer, and that Panama hat, you're a real Yankee Doodle dandy.
Well, thank you.
You stepping out today, Miss Gildersleeve?
Yep. Little outing in the country with Miss Kelly and a few friends from City Hall.
That's nice.
The girls are putting up the picnic lunches. We're going out to Poplar Grove. Nothing like getting out with a jolly crowd, Bertie.
Yes, sir.
You better listen for the phone. Miss Kelly's going to call me when she's ready to leave.
Yes, sir. I'll listen for it.
Darn necktie. Coming loose again. Hey, by the way, Bertie, where's Leroy? Haven't heard him banging around this morning.
Oh, he's around someplace. Little Leroy's kind of loose ends these days. He can't seem to find anything to do.
Well, that's the way it is with boys in August. Particularly these modern kids. There isn't a circus going on every day. They don't know what to do with themselves.
You just don't have nobody to play with. All his friends have gone away.
Oh, posh. That's the trouble with kids nowadays, Bertie. Think they have to have a crowd around or they can't live. It's a weakness of modern youth. Can't stand to be alone. George, when I was a boy, I learned to be content with my own company. Was that the phone?
I didn't hear nothing.
The crowd is supposed to meet in front of the City Hall at 9:30. I should be hearing from Miss Kelly.
Yes, sir.
And don't worry about Leroy, Bertie. Things get a little dull for him in August. He'll be happy to get back to school in September.
The heck I will.
Oop. Leroy, where are you?
I was just going upstairs and heard you talking about school. Don't talk about it, Unc.
Sorry, my boy.
You gonna need anything else, Miss Gildersleeve?
No, just listen for the phone, Bertie.
Yes, sir.
What are you all dolled up for, Unc? Are we going someplace?
Well, I'm going someplace, Leroy. I have a date to meet some friends at the City Hall.
In that outfit? You're going to play in the band?
No. Little outing. Miss Kelly and several other couples.
Can I go?
No, not this time.
Oh, why not, Unc? I won't get in the way.
Leroy, you don't even know what this is.
Well, you said it was an outing. I like outings. All I've had is innings. I'm ready for an outing.
Is my collar straight in the back?
Pull your shirt down. It's sticking up over your coat.
Yeah.
Can I go with you, Unc? Can I?
Not this time, Leroy. You stay here and play.
Play with who? There's nobody to play with. All the kids are gone someplace. I'm the only kid left in the neighborhood.
No, Leroy.
Everybody's gone. Even the dogs have gone. Only thing left here is me. Nothing to do.
Well, Ride your bicycle.
It's got a flat tire.
We'll fix it. That'll give you something to do.
I've got nothing to fix it with.
Well, find something.
Where?
Yeah, I don't know. Look.
Will you help me look?
No, Leroy. I'm waiting for Miss Kelly to call right now. I'll have to leave in just a few minutes.
Oh, heck. What'll I do, Unc?
Find something to do. This is a good chance to prove to yourself that you can get along and have fun without depending on other people. Be independent, like me. Don't rely on others. Was that the phone?
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm going downstairs. Now, take my advice, my boy, and find yourself something to do. The happiest moments in life are those spent in pleasant pastimes of one's own creation. Settle down with a good book.
I don't want to read.
Well, take a nice long walk. Think. Get acquainted with yourself.
What for? I've known myself for years.
Oh. My goodness. You're not trying. Now go find something to do. Enjoy yourself. Have fun.
But,
You heard me. Go have fun.
Okay, what a life.
What a boy.
Uncle Mort! Uncle Mort!
Oh, Margie. I'm upstairs, my dear. Coming right down.
Well, don't you look nice?
Yeah, thank you, my dear.
What's the occasion? Are you marching in a parade?
No. A little outing in the country with a few friends. George Mayor Terwilliger thinks he's a fashion plate. Wait till I show up in these duck pants. He'll be green with envy.
Oh, is the mayor going along?
Yeah, kind of a city hall picnic. But there'll be a lot of interesting people there, too. Yeah, I'm taking Miss Kelly.
Bring the glasses, Bertie. I got 'em.
What's Leroy doing?
I don't know. He's out in the kitchen dreaming up some wild idea.
Well, good. He's finding things to do for himself. How are things over at your house?
Pretty quiet. Bronco took the twins over to his mother's for the day, and I have the house all clean and the dishes done, so I thought I'd come over and see what you were doing.
Well, I have a pretty busy day ahead.
Oh. Well, there didn't seem to be anything to do around the house. Seems like everybody's away on vacation.
No, Marjorie, you're sounding just like Leroy.
What do you mean?
Nothing to do. Simply because you don't have a crowd of people around doesn't mean there aren't a lot of things to do.
Well, I've done all the sewing and the laundry's done.
Yeah, that's not what I mean. You must learn to treasure the quiet hours you can spend by yourself. That's the time when your mind should awaken, become creative and ingenious. That's the time that's all yours, when you're free to do all the things you wanted to do.
I've never thought of it quite that way.
There's nothing more stimulating than the freedom and independence of being alone for a few hours. Being able to use your time profitably.
Maybe you're right, Unky. Well, have a nice time on the picnic.
Thank you, my dear. You leaving?
Yes, I'll see you later, Unky.
Fine. Now, there's an intelligent girl. Yes, sir, Gildersleeve, she's learned a lot from you. Well, my May Kelly doesn't call. Oh, probably busy putting up the lunch, making deviled eggs.
Hurry up! Get ice cold! Ice cold lemonade here!
Sounds like Leroy. Bertie, where's Leroy?
He's out in front, Mr. Gildersleeve, doing like you told him.
What's this?
He found something to do by himself, like you told him. Come into the window. See him out there on the front lawn?
Well, what do you know? A lemonade stand.
Ice cold lemonade! Cool in the front and get right here!
Ain't that something?
He took my advice, Bertie. Raising youngsters is no problem if you know how to do it.
Ice cold lemonade!
Wonder how he's doing. I gave him plenty of lemonade. He's ready.
Lemonade! Get your cold lemonade here! Just 5 cents a glass. Ice cold lemonade! Lemonade! Get your ice cold lemonade! 5 cents! Right here! Ice cold! Get your lemonade here! Here you are! Ice cold lemonade! Get your ice cold lemonade! Lemonade! It's ice cold. 5 cents. Delicious lemonade. Lemonade, mister. Ice cold, only 5 cents. Real good. Ice cold. Get your lemonade here. Delicious lemonade. Ice cold 2 cents?
Well, my boy, how's it going?
Oh, good, Unc. The bottom's fallen out of the lemonade business.
No, don't give up. This is your own business. You're doing it by yourself, and that's what counts.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll buy a glass of your lemonade myself. What's the current price?
Well, it was down a minute ago, but I think it's back up again. 5 cents?
Yeah, I'll take a glass.
Here you are.
Thank you. And there's your nickel.
Thanks.
How many have you sold so far?
This makes 1.
Well, don't be discouraged. You're learning a lesson that your old uncle learned a long time ago. Be self-sufficient. Be able to get along by yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to hurry along. I'm going to try to get to Peavy's and back before Miss Kelly calls. See you later, my boy.
So long, Unc. Ice cold lemonade. 1 cent a glass.
Oh, 1 cent. What an operator. Hello, Peavy.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you this morning?
You can give me a handful of cigars, Peavy, and I'm in a big hurry.
All right. What kind of cigars would you like?
Well, I'm going on a picnic. What kind of cigars would you suggest?
You want something to keep the mosquitoes away?
No, give me a light cigar. Something festive. This isn't the nature of a party, you know, Peavy.
Oh, you want something that'll explode?
Peavy, stop pulling my leg and give me some cigars. Some good ones.
Yeah. I just put a little witticism in now and then. It kind of brightens up today.
Yes.
Leroy going with you on the picnic?
No, Leroy's staying home today. Yeah, I'm mighty proud of that boy, Peavy. He's following right along in the footsteps of his uncle.
You don't say.
You bet. No crowd follower, that boy. He's completely sufficient unto himself. Perfectly happy to be alone.
Well, that's unusual for a boy.
Yeah, I know it is, but I've taught him. You know the old saying, Peavy, as the wind blows, so bends the tree.
There's plenty of wind around here, Joe. Excuse me while I answer the phone.
Yeah, go right ahead. I have to be going anyway, expecting a call at home.
Peavy's Pharmacy. Yes, he's here.
Was that for me, Peavy?
What was that again?
Peavy, is that for me?
I didn't get that.
Peavy, is that call for me?
Oh, keep still.
Grumpy druggist.
Now, what was that? Yes. Yeah, all right, Bertie, I'll tell him. Goodbye.
Was that Bertie? What'd she want?
She wanted me to convey a message to you.
Well, convey it.
She said Miss Kelly called.
Oh, great. I'm on my way.
Miss Kelly said the picnic's been called off.
Well, I'll be over at her house. You called off? Who called it off?
Don't ask me. I just told you what Bertie said.
Confounded Peavy, they can't do that.
Well, you should have told them sooner. They've already done it.
Well, I've been planning on this for a week. Even bought these white duck pants specially for the occasion.
Well, they're not lost. A good pair of pants always comes in handy.
Of all the sneaky things to do. Here I am all dressed up and no place to go.
Why don't you go home?
By George, that's what I will do. To heck with the picnic. I'll go home and get Marjorie and Leroy, and we'll have a picnic of our own.
I thought you were a fellow who was sufficient unto himself, perfectly happy with his own company.
Peavy, you're a nosy old character. I am perfectly happy with my own company, but I'm not selfish. I'm perfectly willing to let other people be happy with it, too. Out of my way, Peavy. I'm going home.
The great Gildersleeve will be back in just a minute. Tonight, we have a wonderful idea for your next company luncheon. That time when the bridge club meets or an old friend comes to town, something like that. This idea starts with crab meat salad, a very delicious crab meat salad. To make it, mix the crab meat with diced celery and chopped hard-cooked eggs. Then mix in plenty of smooth, delicious Miracle Whip salad dressing. Miracle Whip will give that salad just the lively, teasing flavor you want it to have. Miracle Whip has a very special flavor, one that you won't find in any other salad dressing. That's because Miracle Whip is made from a secret Kraft recipe, one that combines the qualities of old-fashioned boiled dressing and fine, rich mayonnaise. You'll notice that Miracle Whip is perfectly smooth and creamy thick. That's because this salad dressing is blended thoroughly with special Kraft beaters. Now, to do something special with this crab meat salad, take some hard rolls and cut a slice from the top of each one. Then scoop out part of the insides and stuff those good, crispy rolls with the crab meat salad. There. Now, heat up some of your favorite canned soup, and you have a wonderful lunch. Take home a jar of Miracle Whip tomorrow. Then you can enjoy all kinds of tempting salads at their delicious best. It's America's favorite salad dressing, the one and only Miracle Whip. Well, this morning, the great Gildersleeve pointed to himself as a shining example of a man who can be perfectly satisfied with his own company. Of course, at the time he made these remarks, our water commissioner was preparing to go to a picnic at Poplar Grove. Now, the picnic has been canceled.
There's no sense in wasting the day. I'll stop by the house and pick up Leroy. We'll jump in the car and go someplace. You can't expect the boy to be able to manage alone as well as I do. Yeah, there he is, in his little stand.
Hey, get your comics here!
Funny books, get your funny books here.
Hey, some kid with him. Never saw him before.
Hi, Unc.
Hello, Leroy.
We thought you'd gone. Aren't you going on the picnic?
Well, that's been sort of postponed for the time being. Yeah, I was thinking, Leroy, that perhaps you and I...
Hey, I got a new friend, Unc. This is Diz. He just moved in down the next block. Diz, this is my uncle.
Hi.
Hello, Diz. Leroy, as I was saying, I thought possibly...
Diz is a keen guy, aren't you, Diz?
Yeah.
We got a whole new business going, Unc. Diz reads a lot, so he brought down all his old comic books and we're selling them. Sold 10 already.
Well, that's fine. But I was just thinking, if you fellows would like to go to the ball game...
No, I don't think we should go to the ball game.
Why not?
We couldn't sell many comic books there.
No, we're busy, Unc. We got a lot of projects. Thanks a lot anyway, Unc.
But, fellows, wait. We don't have to go to the ball game. We could do something else. Yeah, I have the whole day. We could go out to the lake and go fishing. Yeah, I'll bet you'd like that, wouldn't you?
I don't care for fish.
Me either.
Leroy, you always want to go fishing, and you know it.
I've changed. Me and Diz got plans. When we sell all this stuff, we're going to build a roller coaster in a vacant lot. Aren't we, Diz?
Yeah.
Diz goes to high school. He's smart as a whip, aren't you, Diz?
Yeah.
Well, all right. I didn't mean to intrude.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay, Unc.
I just thought you boys might enjoy doing something. But if you don't want to...
Hey, get your comic books here! Big comic books! $1 million less for a nickel!
Leroy, I said...
What'd you say, Unc?
Well, I said...
Hey, Diz, get that kid across the street. He wants a comic. Coming right up, Buster! What are you saying, Unc?
Never mind. I wonder where Leroy found that Diz. Can't understand what he sees in him. That boy picks up with mighty strange friends, seems to me. Oh, well. I'll drop in and see Marjorie. Poor kid's probably lonely. Bronco and the twins away. Yoo-hoo! Marjorie! It's me, your Uncle Mort.
Come on in, Unky. I'm back in the sunroom.
Oh? Getting a little sun, are you?
No, just sitting here reading.
Poor child. All alone. Nothing to do.
Oh, I'm getting along fine, Unky.
Well, I got to thinking of you all here all by yourself. Lonely.
But I'm not lonely.
Yeah, I decided, by George, since the picnic was called off, that you and I could go downtown this afternoon. That'd cheer you up, wouldn't it?
Unky, I don't need cheering up.
No, Margie, don't tell me what you don't need. Every girl likes to go shopping, so hop it up and get ready.
But I don't want to go shopping. I'm happy right here. Alone.
Stubborn girl.
You gave me something to think about this morning, Unky. I never realized before how much I could enjoy being alone. I'm having a wonderful time. I'm reading a book I've wanted to read for years and never had the time.
Book.
Don't you want to sit down, Unky?
No, I'm pretty busy.
Do you want a Coke or something?
No, I just stopped in to be sure you weren't lonely.
Well, I'm not.
Well, that's good. I better go home now. I have a lot of things to do.
Goodbye, Unky.
If you get lonesome, you call me.
Oh, I will.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wonder what Bertie's doing. The one advantage of having the kids living next door, it doesn't take long to get home.
Who's there?
It's me, Bertie.
Oh, didn't expect to see you coming in the back door, Mr. Gildersleeve.
I just stopped over to see Marjorie.
How's she getting along over there alone?
Oh, she's being brave about it. Keeping a stiff upper lip. You know Marjorie. What are you doing, Bertie?
Cooking.
Oh. Yeah, I got your message at Peavy's drugstore.
Too bad the picnic was called off.
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I don't have to have people around. In fact, I'm much happier when I'm alone. Naturally independent, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll just sit down here in the kitchen and talk to you for a while, Bertie.
All right.
What are you cooking?
Beans.
Oh, beans are nice.
My family always liked beans.
You know, we had a lot of beans when I was a boy.
A lot of nourishment in beans.
Yeah. Person could live on beans, I guess.
In my family, we had mostly lima beans.
Oh, lima beans are nice.
We liked them.
Well, I have a lot of things to do. I guess I'll go in the living room.
Miss Gildersleeve? You at loose ends?
Me? Certainly not. I'm going to enjoy being left alone for once. A lot of books I haven't had a chance to read. Now's my chance. Oh, don't you worry about me, Bertie.
I ain't worrying.
Well, don't. I'll manage just fine. I love to read. Got a lot of fine books in here, too. Just been waiting for a chance to get at them. Now, let's see what we have here on the shelf. Aunt Harriet's Household Hints. Tess of the Storm Country. The Recreation of Brian Kent. Not much there. Here, here's a copy of National Geographic. April 1923. Oh, well, doesn't make any difference. They're always interesting. Yeah. The Mysterious and Fascinating Habits of the Whooping Crane. I can't go for that. Must be something to do. Gildersleeve, why don't you admit it? You're at loose ends. I could go out to Leroy and insist that he go to the ball game. Nah, can't do that. Gildersleeve, you're an outcast. Just thrown aside like an old shoe.
Come on, Dennis, through this way.
You better not bother your uncle. He looks like he's asleep.
No, I'm not asleep, boys. Just sitting here reading.
You just sitting in here alone, reading?
Well, yes.
How'd he do that?
Oh, Unc's got a philosophy.
He has?
Now, Leroy, let's not...
No kidding. He never gets lonesome for anybody. He can be content with his own company, can't you, Unc?
Yes, in a way.
What does he think about?
He thinks about all kinds of stuff. He's got a brain. He likes to be alone, don't you, Unc?
Well, sometimes, my boy. Hey, what are you fellas cooking up now?
We're building a roller coaster in the vacant lot.
Oh, that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, but we don't want to bother you, Unc. Come on, Diz. Unc's reading.
Now, wait. I'm just about finished reading. What kind of roller coaster do you fellas have in mind?
We don't want to bother you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Confound it, stop saying you're bothering me. Yeah, I mean, I can put up with a little bothering now and then, if you fellas have a problem.
We don't have any problem, Unc.
You don't?
We're just going out to the garage to get some tools.
Oh.
Sorry we bothered you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah, we won't come through the house again, Unc.
Hard-headed kids. Leroy, Diz, wait.
What you want?
What are you going to use to build this roller coaster?
Wood.
Oh. Where are you going to get the wood?
Diz has a stack of it behind his garage.
Oh, all right, but what about nails? You have to have nails, you know.
Oh, I got a whole bunch of nails.
Oh. It's going to be a big job carrying all that wood from Diz's house to the vacant lot. You should have some help.
No, we can carry it.
I could help you.
Oh, no, Unc. We don't want to disturb you.
Leroy Forster, stop trying not to disturb me.
Okay, we won't disturb you. Come on, Diz.
Oh, Leroy, you come back here.
What have we done?
Nothing. You're just being plain bullheaded, that's all. If you and Diz are building a roller coaster, there has got to be a problem someplace. Now stop beating around the bush.
But you were reading.
I was not reading. Now, what's your problem?
Search me.
Do you have wheels for this roller coaster?
Wheels. I forgot about it.
There, you see? You'd forgotten the wheels. Fine roller coaster that would have been with no wheels.
Guess we're stuck.
We are not. That's the trouble with you kids today. You give up too easily.
What are we going to do, Unc?
Well, you see, my boy, that's the way it goes. Whenever you have a problem, you're right back to your old uncle. I don't know what you'd do if I went around to pull you out of these scrapes.
Well, how about the wheels?
You boys go get in the car, and we'll run to the hardware store and see what they have.
Oh, cool, man. Come on, Diz.
You leaving, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yes, Bertie, I have to take the boys down to the hardware store. Help them build a roller coaster or something.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how I get into these things, Bertie.
Well, you had to work pretty hard on this one, but you made it.
The great Gildersleeve will be with us again in just 30 seconds. Want to make your vegetable salad extra delicious? Add tiny flowerets of chilled raw cauliflower to it for a special flavor touch. And use a really good salad dressing. Use Miracle Whip, the salad dressing with the lively, teasing flavor, the flavor millions of folks call just right. Miracle Whip has a special peppy flavor you won't find in any other salad dressing anywhere. Try it. Enjoy delicious salads made with Miracle Whip.
Hello, Bertie.
For pity's sake, Mr. Gildersleeve, you're limping. What happened to you?
Oh, nothing, Bertie. Just a few bruises.
Your pants is torn. You got bushes in your hair. What you been doing?
The roller coaster jumped the track.
Well, how'd you get all torn up?
I was on it. What a day with those boys.
I guess just sitting alone here at home don't look so bad now.
Well...
Hey, Unc, me and Diz got a keen idea for the night.
Uh-oh.
We're going up in Johnson's woods with flashlights and trap owls. You want to come with us, pal? Or would you rather be alone?
Get the flashlights, my boy.
Oh, boy, Unc.
Good night, folks.
Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman and is an NBC Radio Network production. The show is written by John Elliott, Andy White, and Paul West, and is transcribed. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Mary Lee Robb, Lillian Randolph, Tommy Cook, and Dick LeGrand. Musical compositions by Jack Meakin. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the great Gildersleeve.
Calling all sandwich makers, be on lookout for Miracle Sandwich Spread when you're shopping. Take a jar home and discover what a delicious, different flavor this wonderful spread gives your sandwiches. Miracle Sandwich Spread is made by Kraft from America's favorite salad dressing, Miracle Whip, and spicy relishes. Use it along with the meat or cheese sandwich filling you like best, or for the quickest, easiest, tastiest sandwich you could want, use it alone between slices of bread. Get it tomorrow. Miracle Sandwich Spread.
Tonight, enjoy the best of Groucho on NBC.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you, transcribed by the Kraft Foods Company. 20 years ago, the Kraft Foods Company introduced a wonderful new salad dressing, a superbly smooth, delicious-tasting salad dressing called Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip was so remarkably good that it soon became the most popular salad dressing ever created. Now, Miracle Whip outsells the next 20 leading brands of salad dressing combined, and good cooks everywhere depend on it to make their salads better tasting. To bring out the best in your salads, use the one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing. Well, here it is September, about the time boys and girls are thinking about returning to school. The great Gildersleeve's nephew Leroy doesn't like to think about it, but as long as he has to, he has some very unusual thoughts on the subject.
Hey, Unc, school starts next week, you know.
Yes, I know, Leroy.
I want to talk to you about this school business.
Oh?
I got an idea.
Young man, you are not going off and join the Foreign Legion. You go to school the way I had to.
Well, I'm not trying to get out of going to school. Why, I wouldn't dream of such a thing.
You wouldn't,
Oh, no, Unc. I realize the importance of an education. I appreciate all the sacrifices you make to help me get it.
Leroy, you're after something.
Yeah.
What is it?
Unc, I want to change schools.
Change schools? But the teachers are just getting used to you. You're passing.
I don't want them feeling sorry for me.
Nonsense, my boy. Never change schools in the middle of an education, especially when you're passing.
Oh, God. A lot of kids change schools.
But, Leroy, there's not another school in this neighborhood.
Well, one I want to go to is on the other side of town. The Otto K. Summers Junior High.
Oh, my goodness. That's 4 miles away. By the time you got there, school would be out.
I got it all figured, Unc. I can ride down to the water department with you every morning, walk across to the post office, take the 10th Avenue bus, transfer at Woodley Boulevard, take the streetcar, get off at the ballpark, cut across left field, and I'm there.
Leroy, this whole idea is coming out of left field. What's behind it?
Nothing.
You don't even know anybody at that school.
Yes, I do.
Who?
Well...
Bertie!
Somebody call Bertie!
Yes, Bertie.
What can Bertie do?
Leroy says he wants to change schools.
She does?
Do you know what's behind it?
No, sir. This is the first I heard of it.
He wants to attend that junior high way across town.
Oh, Leroy, it'll take you an hour to get there.
Well, that's okay. I'll have that much more time to study on the bus.
No, I know you're up to something.
I'll get it.
Never mind, Bertie. I'll go.
Hi, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Oh, hello, Marvin. Come in.
I'm in. Hi, Leroy.
Hi.
What's the matter with him? He doesn't seem glad to see me.
I've seen you all summer.
I know. I'm a pest.
I'll say.
Leroy, that's no way to talk to Marvin.
That's okay. I'm used to it.
Yeah, I'm afraid Leroy's a little put out, Marvin. He wants to change schools.
Yeah, I know.
You do?
Marvin, you keep out of this.
I've seen it coming all summer.
Marvin, you better keep quiet.
Go ahead, Marvin.
What do I do? Keep quiet or go ahead? What am I offered?
I'll offer you a punch in the nose.
I'd rather have a quarter.
Yeah, all right, Marvin. Let's have the facts.
They're juicy.
Marvin!
Look at Leroy blush.
Cut it out, Marvin.
Leroy wants to change schools because of a girl.
A girl,
Oh, gosh.
Who is she, Marvin?
Some chick he met at the roller rink.
Well, if Leroy likes her, she must be a fine little girl.
She's terrible.
She is not.
She ties her hair in back and she looks like a pony.
Marvin, you better go home now.
I'm talking to your uncle.
Where does your little girlfriend live, Leroy?
She lives in a very nice section.
Well, I'm sure she does.
She goes barefooted.
Oh?
Except when she roller skates.
She only goes barefoot in the summer. A lot of kids do.
What's her name, Leroy?
Her name's Mac. Imagine a girl's name Mac. Boy, is that stupid.
Her name is McCoy, Joe McCoy.
Imagine a girl named Joe. That's stupider.
It's short for Josephine, stupid.
Josephine That would be a good name for her.
Watch it, Marvin.
Yes, Leroy, is this Mac, this girl, the only reason you want to change school?
I don't want to talk about it. And if I go to any school, I'm going to her school.
Now, Leroy.
And if I can't go to her school, I may just hop a freight train. She may hop one with me. She's not afraid to do anything.
Leroy! See?
Don't worry, Mr. Gildersleeve. I'll get over girls. I did.
I don't understand why Leroy never mentioned the girl. He hasn't had her over home. I wonder if he's ever had her in Peavy's for a soda. Hello, Peavy.
Well, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you today?
Peavy, has Leroy been in here with any new little girls?
No, he hasn't even been here with any old little girls.
I mean strangers. Leroy has gone overboard for a little girl named Josephine McCoy, and I'd like to know more about her.
Why don't you call up Mr. and Mrs. McCoy? If you want to know the real McCoy.
Yes.
That was a little witticism, Mr. Gildersleeve. If you want the McCoy about McCoy, call the McCoy.
I get it, Petey.
No, you aren't laughing.
True.
I can't stand a sourpuss.
What?
When a man takes the trouble to think up something funny, you ought to have the decency to laugh at it.
Peavy, I'm not in a laughing mood.
That's what I say, Killjoy.
Oh. I'm sorry I came in.
What do you want to buy?
Nothing.
So am I.
Peavy, I just came in to see if you knew anything about the company Leroy's keeping.
Well, it seems to me there is a McCoy family living across town.
Leroy's quite taken with this girl. Wants to go to her school.
You don't say.
The boy has me puzzled, Peavy.
That could be.
He usually confides in me. Brings his little friends to the house. This time I can't pry a thing out of him.
Yeah, Mr. Gildersleeve, if I were you, I wouldn't worry about Leroy.
Yeah, maybe I am overly concerned. But I've never heard of the McCoys.
Well, maybe they haven't heard of you either.
Oh, Peavy. It's just that I don't know what kind of bringing up the girl has had. Of course, I trust Leroy's judgment.
Oh, yeah.
After all, I raised him, and he's picked up a lot of my traits. He's a chip off the old block. You know how level-headed I am.
Well, everybody does.
So, if Leroy continues to follow in my footsteps and uses his brains like me, I have nothing to worry about.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Why, George, I'm not going to speculate any more about Leroy's little girlfriend. I'm going to insist that he bring her to the house. Maybe the thing to do is invite her for dinner. That way she'll never suspect I'm looking her over. Hey, Bertie!
You home, Miss Gildersleeve?
Yes, I'm home.
I thought you was home.
Where's Leroy?
He's upstairs talking on the extension phone.
Oh?
Talking to some boy named Mac.
Bertie, that isn't a boy. She's a girl.
Come again?
Mac is a girl. Joe McCoy.
Who's Joe?
Joe is Mac.
Yes.
Joe is short for Josephine.
Yes.
And Mac is short for McCoy.
Oh, now I got it. She's long on short names.
That's right.
So that's the girl Leroy's been so mysterious about.
Yeah, but we're going to put an end to the mystery.
Yes, sir.
Bertie, can we have her over for dinner tonight?
Oh, yes, I think that'd be nice. I'd like to get a look at that Joe Mac myself.
Well, I'm sure she's a very nice girl, but naturally we're interested in the people Leroy associates with.
Yes, sir, especially girls.
Parents are always interested in the boys their girls associate with. Why shouldn't they be interested in the girls their boys associate with?
Yes, sir. What's sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander.
You bet. And I want a gander at this girl.
Hey!
Hey, Leroy sounds excited about something.
Look out below!
Leroy.
Hi, Unc. Oh, boy, Joe gave Piggy a black eye and chased him home.
She did?
Now I get to go over there.
Are you looking for a black eye, too?
No, she wouldn't sock me. See you later, Unc.
You wait a minute.
Yeah?
Instead of you always running over to Joe's, why don't you invite her over here for a change?
Over here?
Well, I thought you might ask her for dinner this evening.
Oh, Unc, you wouldn't like her. She isn't your type.
Why don't you let me be the judge of that, my boy?
Well, can she come in blue jeans?
Dinner in blue jeans?
Well, she'd rather wear those than dresses.
She would?
Well,
She doesn't like shoes either, Bertie.
oh, Unc, you just don't know her.
Well, I'm doing my best to get to know her. How about asking her over right now?
We're having pot roast and green beans, Leroy.
Oh, gosh, she wouldn't come today. She wants to get up on top of the house and clean the leaves out of the gutters.
On top of the house?
Yeah, see, Unc?
But Leroy! Oop, he's gone.
Looks like the pot roast and green beans lost out to the bare feet and blue jeans.
Well, that does it. I'm going to meet that girl this afternoon.
How you going to do that?
Well, I'm water commissioner. I can go over there under the pretext of reading the water meter.
Yes, sir.
What's so funny, Bertie?
The green beans lost out to the blue jeans, so you're going to read the water meter to meter.
Well, this must be the place. Not a bad house she lives in. 2-car garage. Yeah, there are 2 boys on the roof. No, one got a horse's tail. That must be the girl. Yeah, I can't get over it. Girls with horses' tails and boys with drake's tails. Yeah, if I can sneak up behind this tree, I can get a better look at her. Darn dry leaves make a lot of noise.
Oh, I got most of the leaves out of the gutters. What do we do with them, Joe? We'll go down and burn them, Buster. I kind of like the way you call me Buster.
Buster.
Let's sit up here on the roof and talk a while.
What's the matter? You tired? I've done all the work.
I just like to talk to you. You're the only girl I can talk to like a boy.
If you talk to me like I'm a girl, I'll sock you.
I'll bet she would.
Hey, Joe, I want to ask you something.
Shoot, Buster.
Could you come over to dinner some night and meet my uncle?
Why should I meet your relatives? I got relatives of my own.
Yeah, but maybe they're not like Unc.
That's too bad. I've seen your uncle.
Oop.
You have? I saw his picture in the paper with his cheeks all puffed out like he was smuggling walnuts.
Zeke.
Unc's just got a fat face.
Oh, every time the water bill comes, my father says he's got a fat head.
Something tells me I'm not going to like this girl.
Unc's an okay guy.
Okay. I'll come over and meet your uncle.
You gotta wear a dress.
Are you kidding? Come on. Let's play follow the leader. I'll be leader.
What are you gonna do?
Jump off the roof.
The roof?
What a tomboy.
Jump off the roof, into the tree, and grab the limb.
Well, I don't know if I can jump that far.
I think you can make it. You're getting almost as strong as I am.
I am?
Come on, follow me.
Yeah, there she goes, out into space. She made it.
Come on, Buster! Jump!
Gosh, I don't think I better do it. Do you think I'm a coward?
Nah, you just got more sense than I have.
Well, at least nobody got hurt.
I'll jump down and get a ladder.
Here she comes. Watch it.
Hey, that's my uncle. You landed on my uncle.
Mr. Gildersleeve, what were you doing under that tree?
Just reading the water meter.
The great Gildersleeve will be back in just a minute. Here's a wonderful new kind of salmon salad sandwich. One of those all too rare ideas that are easy enough for the family, fancy enough for company. First of all, make some good salmon salad. Use drained canned salmon, crispy chopped celery, and sliced stuffed olives. Mix them all together, then add the salad dressing. And I do mean the salad dressing. The one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing. Miracle Whip has a fine, lively, teasing flavor, a flavor that'll make your salad taste its delicious best. And it's a flavor that no other salad dressing has, because Miracle Whip is made from a secret craft recipe that combines the qualities of old-fashioned boiled dressing and rich mayonnaise. As you add Miracle Whip to your other ingredients, you'll notice this salad dressing has a remarkably smooth, creamy texture. That's the result of thorough, careful blending with special craft beaters. For the sandwich part of this treat, instead of the bread, you'll need some nice rosy tomatoes. For each serving, peel 1 tomato and cut into the 3 crosswise slices. Then place the bottom slice of tomato on a lettuce leaf and alternate the tomato slices with 2 layers of salmon salad. Add a dab of Miracle Whip to the top of the tomato, and there it is, a tempting sandwich of tomato slices and salmon salad. Keep a jar of Miracle Whip on hand always for all kinds of good-to-look-at, good-to-eat salads. You won't know how delicious your salads can taste till you make them with America's favorite salad dressing, Miracle Whip. Well, the great Gildersleeve went to some pains to find out why he should disapprove of Leroy's new girlfriend, but about all he's discovered is that she's a bit of a tomboy. Now he's discussing the situation with Mr. Peavy.
When she came down out of the tree, she landed right in the back of my neck, Peavy.
My.
You're right about here. Think it's going to be black and blue?
Well, if it is, you can always turn up your coat collar.
Peavy, this is serious. I hate to do it. I'm just going to have to forbid Leroy seeing the girl again.
I don't know, Mr. Gildersleeve. Sometimes that can lead to complications.
What do you mean?
Well, there was a time during my courting days that Mrs. Peavy got put out with me and forbade me to call on her again.
She did?
So I got my dander up and dared her to marry me.
What'd you say about that?
She called my bluff.
Oh, my gosh.
Of course, I was planning to marry Mrs. Peavy in the spring anyway, but you might say I sprung too soon.
Well, I'll give it some thought, Peavy. Well, maybe Peavy's right. Maybe I shouldn't oppose Leroy seeing the girl. Perhaps if I ignore the situation, everything will work out all right. Gildersleeve, you're inclined to make mountains out of molehills.
Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yes, Bertie?
Leroy come home with you?
Well, I haven't seen him, Bertie.
Well, I guess he's still down at the roller rink.
Oh, skating?
Him and that Joe.
Well,
She sure got that boy skating around in circles.
it'll pass, Bertie.
That boy ain't gonna get nowhere going around in circles. That's all he's doing, going around in circles.
All right, Bertie. Where's the paper?
Still out in the yard, laying out there in the deep grass that needs mowing while Leroy goes around in circles.
He hasn't been around the house much, has he?
No, sir. Bertie even had to straighten up his room. Not that I mind, but you've been training him to do that.
Yeah, I know, Bertie.
He's too busy going around in circles. Bertie even had to take the cans out for him.
You did?
Bertie not only had to take out the cans, she had to bring them back in.
Oh?
Took him out on the wrong day. While Leroy's going around in circles, he got me going around in circles. I did it!
Yes, thank you, Bertie. But I'll go to the door. Oh, hello, Marvin.
Hi.
Leroy isn't home.
He's never home.
Well,
I don't have anybody to play with.
too bad.
Since I can't do any better, you want to play with me?
Sorry, Marvin, but you hurt me. I don't like to be second choice.
Okay. I don't think we'd have any fun anyway. Why don't you go down and get Leroy?
He'll come home.
Yeah, to eat and then he'll be off with that Joe again.
No, Marvin.
You gonna let him change schools?
We'll see about that.
I guess it's up to Joe, huh?
What's this?
She's telling him what to do now. I guess you don't have any control over Leroy anymore.
I do so.
Then why don't you go get him?
I don't want to go get him.
You don't think he'll come home with you?
He certainly would come home.
Suppose he tells you to go fly a kite.
He wouldn't dare. By George, I'll go down to that skating rink and bring him home right now. Marvin, What are you laughing at?
You tickle me.
Yes. Ooh, busy place. There's some pretty good skaters out there, too. I wonder where Leroy is. Oh, there he is, over there trying to keep up with Joe. She can skate faster backwards than he can forwards. Well, here he comes around. Leroy! Oh, Leroy! Guess he didn't hear me.
Hi, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Marvin, did you follow me down here?
Yeah. I want to see if you can get him home.
Don't worry. Here he comes around again. Leroy, stop! Terminate the skating.
Okay. Come on, Joe.
Well, that's more like it.
What do you want, Unc?
Young man, it's time to go home.
Gosh.
Hi, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Hello.
Joe, Unc says I have to go home.
Why does Buster have to go home?
Because I say so.
Yeah, because he says so.
Oh, Marvin.
Get lost, Junior.
My mother won't let me.
Come along, Leroy. Take off your skates.
Gosh, we're having so much fun.
Mr. Gildersleeve, you don't know how much fun it is to skate.
Young lady, I'll have you know I was an expert on skates.
You're kidding.
I am not.
It must have been years and years ago.
It wasn't so long ago.
I'll bet you can't even stand up and skate.
I bet he could. At least I'd like to see him try.
Marvin, I could go out there and skate rings around most of this crew.
Somebody get him some skates.
Unc, you really think you ought to?
Well, perhaps it wouldn't be sporting. Show up you kiddies.
He's backing down.
Marvin, go get the skates.
Oh, boy. I'll get me some, too. Have you got the skates on tight, Unc?
I think so.
Come on. I'll take you by the hand and lead you out to the middle of the floor.
Don't worry, young lady. I can navigate these skates.
Hey, pretty good, Unc.
Yeah, not bad, huh?
Heck, I don't think he's going to fall down.
Hey, while it's still intermission, let's crack the whip.
Crack the whip?
I'll be the anchor, and you can be the end of the whip.
The end?
That's the part that always gets popped.
Join hands, everybody!
You think you can do it, Unc?
You bet. I'm just getting my sea legs.
It won't do any good in a roller rink.
Yes.
Here we go. Hang on, everybody!
Yeah. She's going pretty fast.
You better slow down, Joe.
Look out! We're going to crack the whip!
Oops, lost my hold.
There we go!
I'm heading right for the skate rack. Oh!
Are you all right, Unc?
Leroy, now will you come home?
Mr. Gildersleeve, you sure came out of that lucky.
Yeah. The skate rack took more of a beating than I did.
But Joe shouldn't have done it to you, Unc. I sure told her off before I left.
Good for you, Leroy.
Nobody can treat my uncle like that and get away with it.
Well, I'm glad your eyes are open, my boy.
Yeah, I told her I never want to see her again. I don't like girls who try to act like boys. We're through.
Things sure can change fast.
Well, let's forget about Joe McCoy.
What a name for a girl. I've already forgotten about her.
Yeah, what a sound, level-headed boy. Takes after me.
You bet. I take after you.
Bertie, will you see who's at the door?
Yes, sir. I'm on my way to the kitchen anyway.
Hello.
Good evening.
I'm Joe McCoy.
Uh-oh. Miss Joe McCoy calling.
Oh, my goodness.
I guess she can't take no for an answer. I'll tell her off again.
May I come in?
Well, sure, come on in, but I thought I made it clear, Joe. Joe? Josephine!
Hey, she's wearing a dress.
What's the matter, Leroy?
Well,
That's the first time you've ever called me Josephine.
Well, it's the first time I ever saw you in a dress.
What happened to you, Josephine?
I guess I'll wear dresses from now on, if Leroy likes me that way. Do you, Leroy?
Yeah, you look great. Just great. Gosh, I mean great.
Thank you.
By George, she does. Josephine? Why don't you stay for dinner?
Hey, now.
The great Gildersleeve will be with us again in just 30 seconds. Add a surprise to the next fruit salad you make. Add several cubes of cranberry jelly to the fruit. Try it. And to be sure that salad is at its delicious best, be sure the salad dressing you use is Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip gives salads wonderful flavor, a lively, teasing flavor, a flavor millions of folks call just right. It's a different flavor, too, one no other salad dressing has. Remember, for fine-tasting salads, there's nothing like the one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing.
Here's your uncle asleep in the hammock again, Leroy.
Don't wake him up, Marvin.
But I got an idea. Hey, Mr. Gildersleeve, wake up.
What's that?
Wake up.
It's you, Marvin. What is it?
You got a match I can use?
No, Marvin, you shouldn't be playing with matches. There are a lot of dry leaves around.
I told you not to wake him.
What if you started a fire, Marvin?
If I did, I'd catch it when I got home.
Yes, indeed. And this is the time of year all of us should watch it. When the leaves are falling and the ground is dry. Do you realize that 90% of our terrible forest fires are caused by careless handling of matches?
Yeah?
Not just little boys like you either, but adults, too. Without thinking, even grown-ups throw lighted matches and cigarettes out of car windows, leave campfires unattended. A moment's carelessness can destroy thousands of acres of our nation's fine timber.
Sorry I asked for the match.
Yeah, that's the boy. Why'd you wake me up to ask for a match anyway?
I was going to wait until you went back to sleep and give you a hot foot.
Hey. Oh, my goodness. Good night, folks.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman. The show is written by John Elliott and Andy White and is transcribed. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Lillian Randolph, Marilyn Carroll, Stuffy Singer, and Dick LeGrand. Musical compositions by Jack Meakin. This is John Heaston saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Here's how to make that Swiss cheese on rye taste better than ever. Make it with Miracle Sandwich Spread. Miracle Sandwich Spread is made by Kraft from America's favorite salad dressing, Miracle Whip, and spicy relishes. See what a wonderful tang Miracle Sandwich Spread adds to any kind of cheese or meat sandwich. See how delicious it is, used alone between slices of bread for sandwiches that are really thrifty. Tomorrow, take home a jar of Miracle Sandwich Spread.
This has been an NBC Radio Network production. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you, transcribed by the Kraft Foods Company. 20 years ago, the Kraft Foods Company introduced a wonderful new salad dressing, a superbly smooth, delicious-tasting salad dressing called Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip was so remarkably good that it soon became the most popular salad dressing ever created. Now Miracle Whip outsells the next 20 leading brands of salad dressing combined, and good cooks everywhere depend on it to make their salads better tasting. To bring out the best in your salads, use the one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing. The great Gildersleeve, although a bachelor, is a strong believer in family ties. Marjorie, with her brood, lives just next door. In fact, her little son Ronnie is in the kitchen now with Bertie. Gildersleeve considers himself quite fortunate that all of his own little family are very close around.
Right, George, this is the best part of the day, Leroy. Coming home to the little family.
Oh, you're just glad to get out of work at the office, huh?
No, sir. It's the welcome home I get. I wouldn't take anything for the way little Ronnie runs up and grabs me around the legs when I come home. What a fine, handsome little lad.
Yeah. He sure takes after me.
Well, he does look like our side of the family, but he's more the image of me. In fact, he looks more like me than he does Bronco, his own father.
I wonder why Bronco's family all think he looks like them.
Well, some people are inclined to be a little egotistical. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not like that.
Oh, brother.
Oh, I'm not. That boy is just like his old uncle. What's he doing now?
Making a lot of noise. Bertie lets him play with the pots and pans in the kitchen.
Oh?
Bertie thinks anything he does is cute.
Well, he shouldn't make all that noise. Now, but isn't allowed to do that at home.
No, he works more quietly at home. He ruined their alarm clock when Marge was right there with him and she didn't even know it.
How'd he do that?
He dropped the clock in the washing machine while it was running.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Ronnie's a high-spirited young boy, but his parents shouldn't let him get away with too much. Perhaps I should have a talk with him about that. Perhaps I should talk to Bertie right now.
Let him live a little. The best years of my life were when I was a little kid and could get by with things.
Yes, yes.
That's the golden age. When you're so young, people don't think you know what you're doing.
Well, Ronnie's old enough to be told, and Bertie should tell him. It's up to somebody in the family to start the discipline rolling. I don't know anybody who can do it better than I can. Bertie?
Yes, Miss Gildersleeve?
What's going on out here?
Oh, Ronnie's just playing. He's having a fine time taking the pots and pans out of the cabinet.
Hello, Ronnie.
Hi, Uncle Mort.
Ronnie, you're making a lot of noise.
I can make more.
Ain't he cute, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Bertie, you shouldn't encourage him.
Okay. Ronnie, maybe you better put up the pots and pans.
I don't want to.
He don't want to, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, you put them away, Bertie.
I don't want her to.
Well, suppose I put them up.
I don't want you to.
No, Ronnie.
Maybe I can get him to stop.
No, you can't.
Come on, let's pretend we're Indians.
Zeke.
All right, Ronnie. You be an Indian.
I'll be an Indian beating on the drum.
Oh, Ronnie, if you insist on being noisy, perhaps you should go out in the yard.
I don't want to go out in the yard.
Now, Ronnie, put up the frying pan.
Would it hurt if I hit you on the toe with the frying pan?
No, Ronnie.
Ow! Ronnie, you shouldn't hit your uncle on the toe.
He said it wouldn't hurt.
I meant don't do it. Now, why don't you run along outside? Here, I'll help you.
I don't want to, Uncle Mort.
Come along now. Out you go. Goodbye, Ronnie.
I'm going around to the front door.
That boy. Bertie, I'm afraid we're spoiling little Ronnie.
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve, you couldn't spoil a little darling like that.
The best of them can be spoiled. Let's not encourage him to be destructive and have his own way all the time.
How you going to say no to that little charmer?
Well, when he's around here, I'm going to insist.
I better go see who's at the door.
Bertie, You know it's Ronnie.
Oh, that's right.
Leroy, answer the door.
I'm going.
Now, as I was saying, Bertie, when he's around here, I'm going to... Now he's making like an Indian.
Yes, he's better than Birdie.
Bronco and Marjorie wouldn't tolerate that. Oh, I just had that piano tuned. I have to put a stop to this.
Boy, Ronnie, you sound like Victor Morgan.
Leroy, don't encourage the boy.
Why not? You always encourage me to play the piano.
He's not playing it, he's mutilating it. Ronnie!
I'm playing the piano.
Ronnie, stop!
Why?
Well, it's time for you to run along home.
It isn't time to eat.
Well, you'd better run along anyway.
Why?
Ronnie, don't ask me why.
Why?
I said don't ask me. Just scoot. I'll open the door for you.
Okay.
Little rascal.
He sure takes after you.
Leroy.
What happened to Ronnie, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Well, I sent him home, Bertie.
Yes, sir.
And I want to have a little talk with you and Leroy.
Is this a meeting?
Yes, you might call this a meeting. I suppose you observed the way I handled little Ronnie.
Sure, you opened the door and told him to hit the road.
Well, I wasn't that obvious, Leroy, but I was firm. Ronnie's at the age when he's beginning to form habits, and we want to be sure he gets off on the right track. Right, Bertie?
Yes, sir.
We have to help Marjorie and Bronco raise the youngster.
What are they going to say about that?
Well, they wouldn't have it any other way. They'll thank us for it. They're level-headed parents.
Hello, everybody. May I come in?
Hi.
Hello, Miss Marjorie.
Marjorie, we were just talking about you.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, Unc was just saying how level-headed you are. I got a flat top for a sister.
Oh, Leroy.
Yeah, I was just saying you and Bronco would thank us for correcting little Ronnie when he gets out of line.
Oh, did he get out of line, Unky?
Well, let's just say he was annoying Bertie here in the kitchen.
Oh?
Oh, he wasn't bothering me.
Well, he was making a lot of noise, Marjorie. Then he went into the parlor and started banging on the piano. I made him stop.
Well, Unky, if he shows an interest in music, do you think you should discourage him?
Oh, I wasn't trying to discourage him. I just had the piano tuned for Leroy, and you know how important his piano lessons are.
Heck, I like a piano out of tune. It covers up my mistakes.
So that's why you sent little Ronnie home, Uncle Mort?
I didn't exactly send him home.
Ronnie said you sent him home. You closed the door on him.
Marjorie, you make it sound as if I shoved him out and slammed the door.
If he'd had a tail, he'd have gotten it caught.
Well, perhaps I was a little firm, but somebody has to be.
Oh?
There's no use letting him grow up like a little wild Indian.
A little wild Indian?
He was running around the house, beating on pans and yelling,
Well, I'll see that you don't have to send him home again, Uncle Mort.
Now, Marjorie.
If my son annoys you when he's only having fun like an active boy, I just won't let him come over here.
Marjorie, you're being unreasonable.
I'm being unreasonable? Goodbye, Bertie. Goodbye, Leroy.
Bye, Miss Marjorie.
Bye.
Marjorie! Whoop. She didn't have to leave in such a huff.
No, she didn't even wait to thank you for helping raise her son.
Leroy, go practice your piano.
Oh, for corn's sake.
Oh, hi, Marge, honey.
Hello, Bronco.
Oh, it's good to be home after a day at the office. Where are the twins? Over at Mr. Gildersleeve's?
I should say not.
Oh, what do you mean?
I'm not going to have my children sent home just because they act like children.
Who got sent home?
Ronnie. Uncle Mort called him a little wild Indian.
Well, he is a little wild Indian.
Bronco Thompson, you're talking about your son.
I refuse to take all the responsibility. He's half yours, dear.
Is that all you have to say? Are you going to make a joke out of the whole thing? At least I did something about it.
Oh? What did you do about it?
I walked out of Uncle Mort's house and slammed the door.
Just because Mr. Gildersleeve called Ronnie a wild Indian?
No. Uncle Mort even tried to stifle the child's talent for music.
What talent?
Well, you know how Ronnie always tries to sing when he hears a piano.
Well, the dog howls when he hears the piano, too. Well, that doesn't mean he's a John Charles Thomas.
That's a fine attitude for a father to take.
Oh, but Marge, Mr. Gildersleeve's very fond of the twins. Ronnie must have done something he shouldn't.
He wasn't one bit noisier than he is here at home.
Marge, why do you think I've been wearing earmuffs all summer?
Oh, Bronco. Now you're making me feel as if I did the wrong thing.
Well, don't worry about it. When I see Mr. Gildersleeve, I'll smooth things out.
Hello, Peavy.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you this morning?
I'd like to buy a box of candy.
Yeah, well, something around about 5 pounds?
No, not that large, Peavy. Something around 2 pounds.
Must be for your number 2 girl, huh?
No, just a little something for Marjorie to get back in her good graces.
Have a little misunderstanding with Marjorie?
No, I just had to correct one of her children.
Oh, a big misunderstanding.
Well, it was a very small thing, Peavy, and no doubt she'll forget about it.
Well, let's not take any chances. Let's buy that candy.
Any suggestions?
Well, you might not care for my strategy, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Oh? Well, what is it?
Well, whenever I have a misunderstanding with Mrs. Peavy's mother, I take her taffy chews.
Well, I don't get it.
Well, when you got a mouthful of taffy, it's pretty hard to talk back.
Yeah, you're pretty cagey, Peavy.
I think so.
And I think Margie would like some bonbons.
If I were you, I wouldn't take the bonbons.
You don't recommend them, huh? How about some chocolate-covered fruits and nuts?
Mr. Gildersleeve, if you'll take my advice, you'll take the taffy.
Why should I take taffy?
Because it's all I've got.
Oh. Peavy, do you think it's smart to stock up on taffy chews?
Yes, I do. Mrs. Peavy's mother's coming back to town.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you can give me a box.
Very well. Anything for Bronco, or is he neutral?
Well, I'd welcome a chance to talk things over with Bronco. Margie was inclined to be a little unreasonable about this, but Bronco can take advice about things. Most men can.
I know I take a lot.
And being the head of the family, I feel it's up to me to keep everybody in line, even the little ones. In fact, it's expected of me.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Well, I would.
Oh, there you are, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah, Bronco.
Yeah, I thought I might catch you in here. Hello, Mr. Peavy.
Hello, Bronco.
Yeah, I was just buying a box of candy to take to Marjorie. Yeah, I suppose you know she's a little upset with me.
Yeah, forget it, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah, I knew you'd feel that way.
Oh, sure. Mr. Peavy, it seems my son was a little noisy over at Mr. Gildersleeve's, and he got sent home.
Well, sometimes children do get a little noisy.
Yeah, boys will be boys.
They always have been.
And by George, they don't have to raise the roof just because they're boys.
No, it's all forgotten, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, we shouldn't just forget it, Bronco.
Oh?
I think we should.
Of course, I wouldn't tell Marjorie this, but the place to start correcting a child is at home.
Oh, true.
You shouldn't wait until somebody else has to do it.
Well, let's face it, somebody else doesn't have to do it.
Now, Bronco, you're beginning to sound like Marjorie. What your young son needs is the strong guiding hand of the man of the house.
Yeah, I see. And I'm the head of the house. Do you have any other suggestions about how I should run it?
Well, yes, now that you ask for it.
I know who's asking for it.
See, little Ronnie is at the demanding age. But you can't let a tot have his way just because by nature he's a little bossy.
Oh, he's bossy?
Well, with an intelligent approach, you can correct that.
Mr. Gildersleeve, perhaps I'd better hear the rest of this another time. Goodbye, Mr. Peavy.
Now, Bronco, don't misunderstand me. I'm not trying to tell you how to raise your family.
Ha!
Shall I wrap up another box of chews for Bronco?
No, Peavy. Just give them to me. I'll stuff the whole box in my big fat mouth.
The great Gildersleeve will be back in just a minute. If we were to take a popularity poll of vegetable courses, chances are the winner would be broccoli or asparagus with hollandaise sauce. And no wonder, nothing nicer could happen to these tender green vegetables than the smooth, creamy sauce we call hollandaise. But perhaps you don't enjoy this tempting combination as often as you'd like, because as even the most accomplished cook will admit, hollandaise sauce is a tricky thing to make. Well, here's good news. Now you can make hollandaise sauce quickly and easily. Hollandaise sauce that can't fail. You do it with Miracle Whip salad dressing. Miracle Whip, the famous salad dressing with a lively, teasing flavor. The very special flavor that no other salad dressing has. Miracle Whip is made from a secret Kraft recipe. One that combines the qualities of old-fashioned boil dressing and fine, rich mayonnaise. It's blended carefully, thoroughly, with special Kraft beaters to give it the creamiest, smoothest texture you ever saw. Now, to make your never-fail hollandaise sauce, you put 1 cup of Miracle Whip into the top half of a double boiler with hot water in the bottom half, and heat the Miracle Whip for 10 minutes without boiling. Then, just add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and mix it in well. And that's all there is to it. Try it soon. It's a good idea to get the quart jar of Miracle Whip when you buy, so you'll have plenty on hand for all the cool, colorful salads you'd like to serve these days, too. Remember, it's America's favorite salad dressing, the one and only Miracle Whip. Well, let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. When he attempted to correct Marjorie's small son, Ronnie, he should have remembered that discipline begins at home and not next door. Ronnie ran home, and the great Gildersleeve had a run-in with Marjorie and Bronco.
Now you got the whole family mad at you, huh, Unc?
Well, Leroy, I thought they'd appreciate me giving them a few pointers about raising Ronnie. And I realize now you can't expect other people to take your advice, even when it's good.
Hey, this may work out okay for me.
What do you mean?
Well, they won't be asking you to come over and babysit for free. Now maybe they'll meet my price.
Your price?
50 cents an hour on icebox privileges.
Oh, my goodness.
I think I'll go over and talk to Marge about it.
Well, maybe I'll go with you.
How do you know they'll let you in? They're pretty sore, Unc.
Well, I'm not going to let things stay that way. Marjorie and Bronco just misunderstood my intentions. They may be stubborn about it, but I'm not going to be. Come on, let's go over and get things straightened out.
Heck no. I'm not going over there and ask for a job with you there. It'd be like waving a flag at a bull.
Well, there's no use making a big thing out of this. I'll just make a casual phone call over there. Could be they've forgotten all about the incident. None of our family holds a grudge very long. I know I'm the most forgiving guy in the world.
Hello?
Who's that, Ronnie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when did you start answering the phone?
Oh, I answer it lots of times, even when it doesn't ring.
Maybe that's why their phone's busy so often. Ronnie, this is your Uncle Throckmorton.
I can't come over to your house. You'll send me home.
No, Ronnie.
Maybe I shouldn't even be talking to you.
Yeah, but... Oop, he hung up.
Yeah?
Well, by George, I'll call him again.
Hey, if he answers again, why don't you hang up on him? Don't let him get the upper hand.
Come to think of it, the way to handle this is to go over and have a personal talk with Marjorie and Bronco.
Mr. Gildersleeve, you through with the phone?
Yes, Bertie, I'm finished.
I'll say he's really through.
What's the matter?
Leroy means I'm still out on a limb with Marjorie and Bronco.
Yeah, and Ronnie just sawed it off.
This is ridiculous. There must be some way I can patch up things.
Yes, I sure miss them twins coming over.
Well, I'm going to do something to bring Marjorie and Bronco to their senses.
I guess you know what you're doing, Mr. Gildersleeve.
I don't think he does.
Well, it's not up to me to put in my 2 cents worth.
Well, go on, Bertie. Any suggestions?
Well, there's an old saying I just made up that goes, if you want to win the parents, woo the child.
Oh?
The first thing I do is make up with little Ronnie.
Well, that's an idea.
Yes, sir, you're a politician. I'm surprised that you ain't thought of that.
Well...
Yes, sir, you're a politician, so you know you got to kiss the baby to get to vote.
Well, it could be, Bertie.
Yes, sir, a good politician knows he's got to kiss the baby to get to vote.
All right,
Mr.
Bertie.
Gildersleeve, you know what you got to do?
Yes, Bertie.
That's right, you know what you got to do? That's right, you got to kiss the baby to get to vote.
Bertie's right. Sometimes you have to play politics in family life. Yeah, I'm bringing so many presents, they'll think it's Christmas.
Oh, it's you, Unky.
Hello, Marjorie, my dear. I brought some things over, if I may come in.
Oh, why, of course, but I'm pretty busy.
It'll only take a minute. You know how considerate I am. You look pretty this afternoon, my dear. Fresh as a daisy.
In this dust cap?
I brought some toys for the children, and here's something for you.
Oh?
Taffy chews.
Unky, you didn't have to do this.
Well, I do a lot of things I don't have to. Look, here's a steam shovel for little Ronnie.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought a music box for little Linda. She isn't angry with me, but I thought I'd just throw it in.
Oh, Unky.
Where is she? I want to play it for her.
Well, she's spending the afternoon with a little girlfriend down the street.
Oh, well, I'll play it for you. Yeah. Listen. Plays the same tune as the one I brought you when you were a little girl. Remember?
Of course I remember. And Linda will love it.
Yeah. Where's Ronnie? I want to show him his steam shovel. And then, if it's all right with you and Bronco, I'd like to spend the afternoon with him. Take him downtown.
I don't know, Unky. Ronnie's such a handful. He might get on your nerves.
Oh, nonsense. Nothing I'd rather do than pal around with Ronnie. Yeah, I missed the little fellow.
Well...
Now, if you're worried about my firm hand, I assure you he can do as he pleases. What do you say, Marjorie?
Well, it would give Bronco and me a chance to do some shopping.
I can take him?
All right, Unky.
Yeah, thank you, my dear. Ronnie! Oh, Ronnie, where are you?
I'm getting my cap. I was listening.
Ronnie? Are you having fun with Uncle Mort?
Uh-huh. Why did you send me home that time?
Well, at the time I thought you were a little noisy.
Why?
Let's not go into that. Things are going too well. Let's stop in here at Peavy's drugstore.
Why?
Wouldn't you like some ice cream or a soda?
Okay, I'll take both.
Fine. Anything you say. Hello, Peavy.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Peavy, do you know this young man?
Well, I haven't seen him for some time, but this must be Ronnie.
Yeah? Ronnie, this is Mr. Peavy.
Yeah, hello, Ronnie.
Why do they call you Mr. Peavy?
Mr. Peavy's my name.
Why?
Well,
he's full of questions, Peavy.
Yes, he is.
Here, Ronnie, let me boost you up on a stool. Yeah, upsy-daisy. Now, we'll order a soda.
And ice cream.
Yes. Give the boy an ice cream soda, Peavy.
Well, what flavor?
Well, chocolate or vanilla, Ronnie?
Both.
My.
Well, Peavy, give him vanilla ice cream with a chocolate soda.
Uncle Mort lets me do anything I want today.
You don't say.
Yeah.
You might remember that and tell your parents, Ronnie.
Oh, I will. I'll tell them all about the merry-go-round and the pony ride.
You and your boy had quite a day, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, I'll admit I'm up to something, Peavy. I don't want little ears to comprehend. But if the parents of you-know-who expect me to kowtow to you-know-who...
You're going to be the biggest cow in town.
All right, Peavy, I know what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
Drink your soda, Ronnie. Here's your straw.
Oh, boy, I can blow bubbles.
Careful, Ronnie. You're spilling it all over the counter.
No, Peavy, let's not start correcting him. He's only a boy.
Look, chocolate bubbles.
Chocolate bubbles. Mr. Gildersleeve, can't you ask little Ronnie to...
Say, isn't that Marjorie and Bronco getting out of the car?
I hope so.
By George, it is. I'll go to the door and call them in. Marjorie! Bronco!
Oh, hello, Unky.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Come into the drugstore. I want you to see how much fun Ronnie is having with me.
Yeah, I'll be right in.
Mr. Gildersleeve, you'll have to speak to Ronnie.
Peavy, let's not create a scene by reprimanding Ronnie.
But he's getting out of control.
Ronnie, what are you doing with the spoon?
He's flipping ice cream all over my mirror.
Sorry, Peavy. I wish I hadn't asked them in.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Hello.
Mr. Peavy.
Hello, Bronco. Marjorie.
Hello, Mr. Peavy. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you, too.
Well, how are you and Ronnie getting along, Mr. Gildersleeve? Oh, we've had a fine time.
Oh, great, Bronco. Just fine.
Hi, Mommy and Daddy. Uncle Mort lets me do anything I want.
Yeah, what's all the ice cream doing running down the fountain mirror?
Well,
Good heavens, Ronnie, are you flipping ice cream with that spoon?
Yeah, I'm not home now.
Drop that spoon, young man.
Unky, are you letting Ronnie get by with this?
Well,
Why didn't you correct him?
But you...
This is awful.
Yes, it is.
What are you trying to do, Mr. Gildersleeve? Take him out and let him act as if we've made no effort to civilize him?
But I tried...
But where's that firm hand you lectured me about?
But you
I wouldn't have let you take Ronnie if I'd known you were going to spoil him.
It's a lot easier to be a parent than an uncle.
The great Gildersleeve will be with us again in just 30 seconds. If you want to shine as a salad cook, remember the little extra touches are important. The capers you sprinkle over the chicken salad, the chopped nuts on the fruit salad. But of course, most important is your choice of the right salad dressing. That's why we suggest you choose Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip salad dressing has a flavor that millions of folks agree is just right. Lively, teasing, perfect. Try it. Enjoy the most delicious salads you've ever tasted. Salads made with the one and only Miracle Whip salad dressing.
Well, I've had a fine time, Marjorie. Nice of you and Bronco to invite me over.
Oh, it's been lots of fun, Unky.
Yeah, come in any time, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Thank you, Bronco.
And we want you to know, Unky, we don't blame you for little Ronnie's behavior at Mr. Peavy's.
Yeah, we were a little edgy.
This never would have happened if I hadn't been a little sharp with Ronnie for making too much noise around the house.
Oh, we understand, Unky. You just aren't accustomed to little boys.
No, it's been a long time since Mr. Gildersleeve had youngsters around the house. He's getting set in his ways.
You're getting old, Unky. Noise never bothers us.
No, we're used to noise.
What'd you say, Bronco?
He said we're used to noise.
What'd you say, Marjorie?
I said, oh, Ronnie, be quiet.
By George, parents are human, too. Good night, folks.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Willard Waterman and is an NBC Radio Network production. The show is written by John Elliott and Andy White and is transcribed. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Mary Lee Robb, Lillian Randolph, Dick Prunta, Richard Beals, and Dick LeGrand. Musical compositions by Jack Meakin. This is John Heaston saying good night for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. Be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
There are two kinds of delicious Kraft prepared mustard. Mild Kraft mustard, so smooth and delicately spiced, and Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added. And whichever you prefer, remember, when you add a little mustard, you add a lot of tang. Try it on cold sandwiches, hamburgers, frankfurters, and cold cuts. Enjoy the wonderful sauces you can make for hot meat and vegetable courses with Kraft prepared mustard. Keep both kinds on hand and keep the whole family happy. Get mild Kraft mustard and Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added at your favorite food store.
Tonight, enjoy the best of Groucho on NBC.